ready to see these looks?
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm feeling it.
Oh, cute! Boom. Voila.
Hi, my name is Gabriel. My goal is to make something interesting, not just simply beautiful. I really want to make people think about what they are seeing and really be inspired or surprised.
My name is Karol. My personal and professional makeup style is one that if you were to see on the subway or on the street, even in New York City, you would do a double take. You would think that there's something interesting, something unique about the person that's wearing it.
I would say my inspiration comes from a lot of feeling very intergalactic and multi-dimensional at the same time, but I really get inspired by anything, literally anything. A feeling, how I'm feeling in the moment, a shoe, the wall. It could be blank and I'll still be inspired by it.
Alright, you have 2 hours to create a look inspired by the following image.
The water pond. Okay, you got some. You're working with some.
You'll photograph your look in your own personal editorial photo shoot.
Okay, let's do it. I'm ready. Okay, so I only have 2 hours to do this look, so I better hurry up. I'm gonna start by doing this Fast Response Eye Cream by MAC. It doesn't get very slippery, so the makeup goes really well on top.
I am now going to be using CC Beauty's paint palette. I got it off Amazon. It's very affordable, but the coverage is really nice. So the way I place my body paint on my face, I like to put it on like I'm doing my regular makeup. I still like to keep my natural features even under me being a completely different color that is like extraterrestrial. Okay, I'm going to be using Elmer's glue to do my brows.
So first I'm going to lightly fill in my brows. I want them to be super, super big and fluffy. I would suggest using an eyebrow pencil with a really microfine tip like this one. This one is Maybelline's Brow Ultra Slim, and only filling in the sparse areas. For example, here, I'm a little bald, so I'm just gonna fill them in with super, super light strokes. And then you want to comb your brows out throughout the whole entire process, just to make sure that you're distributing the product. And yeah.
So when I first saw the image, I got really excited because I love Monet, the colors, the techniques that he uses. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the same technique of strokes and brush marks to recreate his style, but on my face.
I was really inspired by the water and the lilies. The artwork has a very calming effect, and I wanted my face to represent how calm I felt and how relaxing the painting itself is.
The color palette for this painting was a little more muted, a little more earth tony. So at first, nothing really struck out at me, but the more I looked at it, the more I saw the different layers in it. I saw shapes in the bridge, and so I decided to kind of pay homage to the bridge by just creating a graphic line over my hooded lids.
Going to set my brows with setting powder. Voila!
I am going to include different shades of green. I'm going to go in from the lightest to the darkest, from my brow to my eyelid.
I'm gonna go with pencil, white liner, and I'm gonna start sketching the shapes that I want on my face. And I'm gonna do it very softly, just to have a reference of the drawing.
So I'm going to use the butt of the sponge to blend the outer parts of my face. And you can even drag this paint. That's why I like cream-based paints, because with water-based, it gets patchy and it gets frustrating to use. But cream-based paints, you won't have as much fuss and you get a lot of coverage.
I'm going to take my Suva Beauty Hydro Liner in Space Panda. This is a white water-activated gel liner. And I'm going to start concocting different shades of green. And I'm gonna put it on my hand, why not? Now I'm going to apply some of this pigment. This is from Star-Crushed Minerals, the shade Electric Lime. So a pigment is essentially a concentrated, condensed, sort of, kind of eyeshadow.
I'm gonna go with the shadow. I'm using this Sykes box from Claire Psych. I'm gonna start to do some blobs of color. I really wanna go with the mousy kind of patches.
Don't laugh at me, but I use baby powder to set my base. Because this baby powder is really smooth, so it gives like that airbrush effect. I think that's like the ultimate secret that lets you in on a secret. It's baby powder. It's the wave.
And I'm just going to kind of make little white dots by my lash line and just do a little gold glitter in the middle of them. This is kind of the consistency that I'm going for. Kind of like that whipped marshmallow, kind of like fluff.
So I'm gonna go with this palette, this Mine to Be by Colourpop. And I'm gonna go with this shade right here with a very soft brush. This one is from NYX. I will apply it on the areas that I would normally highlight the face.
Okay, with nose contour, body paint wise and regular wise, the closer you are to the bridge, like this and this, the closer you get here, the more snatched your nose will be. I'm gonna demonstrate in a second. Lightly drag, lightly, look at that, you see the illusion already. Lightly drag it up.
I'm gonna use this Magic Cosmetics 12 Flash Color Palette, and it's just cream paint, and I'm gonna do lots of layers of colors on my face, and I'm gonna do this with this spatula, follow the lines that I did earlier.
I'm going to use a mix of Maybelline Fit Me in Matte and Poreless and Dewy and Smooth, 125 and 128. So you can see like the 128 is a little darker. And with foundations, I like to use a powder brush as opposed to a more dense brush. I just find that it really kind of creates an airbrush finish. Also, if you, I feel like if you're applying a base with a dense brush, especially on a lighter complexion like mine, you're just gonna create more redness because you're basically creating friction on the skin. At first, when I was on my powder brush agenda, a lot of people were like, a powder brush? Yes, man.
All right. We're halfway through, and now you're looking like Blue Mona Lisa, so yeah.
Just trying to incorporate all of the colors, because I think the color is a very important aspect on Monet's painting.
I'm using this long bristled brush just because the length of it is going to help me, as opposed to using something smaller like this where I would need to have a lot more control, but with this it'll just glide.
So I have a very flat brush, and I made it this way with glue, lash glue, and I like pressed it on it and then flattened it so we can cut the crease really precise and really clean. Voila! Oh, she's a vibe, okay.
Now I'm gonna grab this lighter blue here. It's kind of like to mimic the water and to give the pink a little bit more contrast. It really pops when it's close to the pink.
Okay, boom. Now we're gonna add shimmer. I'm going to use glitter liner to make a kind of shimmer adhesive. When I put it in the face chart was to represent, like, you know, the little speckles of like light and glitter that comes off the water when the sun is shining on it. Maybe I was thinking too deep, but that's how I interpret it.
Now I'm going to go in with Maybelline Age Rewind and Tan, and this is going to be my bronzer shade. It creates such a beautiful, silky, smooth finish to the skin. My makeup philosophy is just nice, beautiful, dewy, glowy skin. And I think that dewy, glowy, supple skin is best achieved with cream products. And it's just, oh, man, it just makes me so happy.
I'm gonna go with the paintings.
For liner, I'm going to use my Myron Paradise palette. It has like 100 different paints in here. To activate my paints, I like to use eye drop solution or toner. I know that sounds weird, but the consistency when you use water is too watery. When you use eye drop solution and toner, the consistency is way thicker and opaque. I'm gonna use a flat brush that's not flattened to flick out the lily petals and give it the illusion like I am a painting, but at the same time, I'm still a person.
I'm going to, if you guys don't know this product, then please get to know it. This is the Naezrah Dew Wet Balm in Clear. And you might be thinking, what is this gonna do for me? Let me show you, Chiefs. It just makes you look so dewy.
With another flat brush, I'm gonna add outlines of leaves and then shade it in.
And although I know that the prompt is lilies, I think I'm going to give myself a little artistic freedom. Maybe do a couple of different flowers. Oh, cute! Okay, that works. Just because you don't have hair doesn't mean you can't flex, you know?
Okay, so I have like 10 minutes left and we're about to get all the details in that we need to in those 10 minutes.
For the eyes, I'm kind of concealing and blocking my brows using this mascara, so everything on the face has like the same color.
Going to add my little bridge.
When you're applying mascara, it's almost impossible not to do the ugly face, like open your mouth like this.
And now lastly, I'm going to do lips. I'm going to use a combination of these two Naezrah Color Fix glazes. Oh yeah.
Now I'm gonna go with this teal one on top of the white one.
Putting on the final touches now.
I didn't do inner corner highlight. Wait, who am I with no inner corner? We're just gonna go right on top.
I'm just gonna do the last touch-ups. 10 seconds left. Oh my god.
And a little on our brow bone. And a little extra on the nose.
Voila. Oop.
Done. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna take you to the photo shoot area and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna make the photos. Okay, so just come in here. So here's my backdrop that I set up, and then over there is my camera. Now let's take some photos.
Photo shoot, take 1.
Okay, I like that one.
This one is really pretty.
Okay guys, so this is what we have right now, and I think it's pretty good, right?
What's up, y'all?
Hi guys.
Hello, hello,
Hi,
hello. Where are you guys at? New York. Me too. Period. Where are you?
I'm from Brazil, so a little bit far away.
Brazil still period. Always still period. Oh my. All right, y'all ready to see these looks?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do
I'm
this.
excited.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Damn, Gabriel.
Period.
I really went to the technique that the painter Monet uses. So the strokes, and I really wanted to incorporate this in the makeup. So I did with a spatula, not with a brush. And trying to do this like flower floating on the water.
The way that you incorporated, you took inspiration from the way the lily pads were on the water. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never thought to use a spatula and like mimic the technique ever.
Mm-hmm.
Chef kisses. Chef kisses.
I really love the use of textures where the pigments are layered on top of each other. It's almost like you can see it in 3D. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I really wanted to make sure there were elements, all types of elements from the painting in my look. the lily pads, the bridge, water, literally everything. I tried my best to do the steps I always use for body painting, but a little quicker and a little more jumbled. So this piece, it means a lot to me.
I love the idea of making the bridge literally over the nose bridge. That's such a smart thing to do.
You can see all the shades on the flowers and that are on the painting. I really like that. And I really like this shot with the eyes closed. Is just amazing.
Thank you.
I really like it.
I had like a similar wavelength to what Gabriel had of the strokes. So I went in with Suva's white Panda liner and I just incorporated different pigments into it to create different shades of green and purples. And I like a thicker, more defined lower lash than an upper lash, especially because I have like small hooded eyes.
Okay, I love a blown out under eye. You did that.
Me too!
You did that.
Yeah.
Too. I love
That under eye
a
is
real
giving me
crunchy-
life. That liner on the top, it's so vibrant. The color is so nice. And you keep everything else kind of nude tones. So the line pops so much.
Thank you.
I would have never thought to look at a Monet painting and be like, I can draw this type of inspiration from it. I'd do it again.
I would totally do it again. Bye, y'all. This is so
Bye bye,
fun.
guys.
This
I
is
love
I
what.
really like to
this
do
with
this
y'all.
with you.
See y'all in like 5 minutes on Instagram because I just followed you.